Hello, my name is Logan Williams, and I'm currently studying a Bachelor degree of Science majoring in Psychology at the University of Canterbury, with the aspiration to complete a postgraduate Masters in Industrial Organisational Psychology. I would like to initially express my gratitude for this opportunity and thank everyone who has attended this event today to support Eureka. Today I'll be presenting my own unique concept named Biome, entailing the adoption of Didymosaphina geminata, an invasive waterborne algae, as an alternative resource for paper manufacturing, mitigating against mass deforestation towards a more environmentally friendly and sustainable future for the entire paper manufacturing industry. Biome as a concept embodies my interpretation of Sir Paul Callaghan's overarching dream and aspiration for New Zealand, striving towards a more secular, egalitarian New Zealand society through economic prosperity driven by science and innovation. This philosophy is not only at the heart of Biome as a concept, but is also my purpose in life, striving to holistically enhance the world through scientific betterment. In order to effectively convey Biome, I shall systematically analyse two main contemporary issues within the modern world, proposing Biome as a viable solution, substantiating its practical implementation and integration within already established paper manufacturing infrastructure, offering insight into the overarching benefit of implementing Biome to New Zealand across economic, social, cultural, and environmental determinants. One of the major issues faced globally is mass deforestation, with an estimated 3.4 billion cubic feet of timber being harvested each year across the entire globe. To put this catastrophic magnitude of deforestation into perspective, if I was to yield all timber harvested each year in the form of 1 foot by 1 foot cubic squared blocks and lay these blocks side by side, the connected line would circumnavigate the planet 85 times, demonstrating the unfathomable scale of deforestation, which is transitioning into an unsustainable sector. Deforestation also has many negative, resonating ramifications, attributing to 17% of all greenhouse gas emissions, increasing CO2 within our atmosphere, and thus having major detrimental effects and facilitating global warming. Deforestation also inherently destroys ecosystems on a mass scale, galvanising the ongoing 6th largest mass extinction seen on this planet, directly caused by deforestation. This horrifying image portrays an orangutan which has been severely burnt as loggers set fires to residual forests in order to access larger logs for paper manufacturing. Ultimately, these environmental issues previously outlined are directly caused by mass deforestation, which is driven by the paper manufacturing industry, attributing to 40% of all deforestation rates. Thus, by deriving an alternative resource for paper manufacturing, we can mitigate against these ongoing effects, working and moving towards prevention. Moving on to a secondary issue is the introduction of Didymosaphina geminata within New Zealand's fresh waterway systems. This map demonstrates how Didymo has infected the majority of the South Island's fresh waterway systems, having major detrimental effects and threatening our ecosystems, which are iconic to who I am as a New Zealander. These images, as photographed by myself, demonstrate how Didymo has clogged our waterway systems and detrimentally affects our entire environment. In essence, Didymo clogs waterway systems, creating a thick, coarse-like material over riverbed floors, consequently preventing the formation of insect larvae, which has a detrimental effect on the entire native trophic system, having declining numbers in native birds, fish, and insect species, threatening the ecological balance of our freshwater ecologies and the very cycle of our ecosystem. What does deforestation and the invasive species of Didymo have in common? Up until now, seemingly nothing. However, after intensive experimentation, I would argue that the same characteristics which makes Didymo such an effective invasive waterborne species can also be applied as a resource for paper manufacturing. This is especially true as when Didymo is exposed out of water, it transitions into a desiccant hibernation state, which is a very similar consistency to raw paper pulp. Upon establishing this premise, I undertook extensive experimentation and research surrounding the fundamental basis of Biome as a concept, substantiating its scientific and technological foundation. Further underlining characteristics of Didymo, such as shape, texture, durability, rapid growth, and germination, also enables Didymo to be a far more cost-effective and superior resource for paper manufacturing than that of wood pulp, which is currently implemented within manufacturing processes. These characteristics allows Didymo to be grown within large acrylic tanks based on a factory premise, ensuring consistent light access coinciding with nutrients such as nitrogen and phosphorus, growing Didymo at a far more cost-effective rate than wood pulp and forestry. Ultimately, Biome can be reintegrated with an already established company infrastructure, adopting closely aligned chemical processing, including bleaching, sizing, and coagulant chemical processing, creating the unique opportunity to revolutionize the manufacturing industry of paper. Ultimately, these characteristics, as outlined previously, can be configured into a fully automated system where Didymo can be grown, extracted, chemically processed, and manufactured into paper within a fully automated system. This diagram creates a juxtaposition between current paper manufacturing processes and that proposed by Biome, demonstrating its cost-effectiveness and superiority, as current paper manufacturing processes requires deforestation, logging and processing, shipping, and wood chipping before in effect reaching the same stages automatically provided by Biome as a concept. Ultimately, Biome can be integrated with an already established company infrastructure, merely replacing the initial stages of paper manufacturing production, whilst retaining the same calendar and other processes later on, whilst also adopting the same chemical processes as previously outlined. One of the key focuses of Biome will be research and development, as upon establishing Didymo within the paper manufacturing industry, I will conduct extensive research on other potential uses of Didymo. For instance, Didymo's coarse-like material could be applied as a resource for fabrics, for clothing, or due to its porous characteristics, a cleaning material. I wish to explore this limitless potential of Didymo, not only as a resource for paper manufacturing, but also other underlining applicability. In order to effectively substantiate Biome as a concept, I have alleviated some underlying concerns and considerations of Didymo. Firstly, Didymo is a non-toxic product and thus is safe for regular human use and interaction. The chemical processing and heating treatment of Didymo also in effect neutralises it and allows spread throughout the entire globe and distribution. Didymo is also a biological product and thus is inherently biodegradable and will easily break down within our environment and can be easily disposed of. What are the resonating benefits to New Zealand? How can Biome enhance people's lives across all walks of life? Primarily, Biome can revolutionise New Zealand's economy. New Zealand's economy is currently severely dependent on the dairy industry and is valued at an estimated $173 billion per annum. However, the paper manufacturing industry is valued at an estimated $402 billion per annum and is forecasted to continue to grow into the future. Thus, by capitalising upon this market, Biome can revolutionise New Zealand's economy towards the betterment of all through economic prosperity. Biome also inherently leads to social prosperity, creating thousands of jobs across the entire country, setting up factories within many districts of New Zealand, perpetuating Sir Paul Callaghan's overarching goal and aspiration for New Zealand, striving to holistically enhance our country through science and innovation. One of the key central focuses of Biome is environmental benefit, as upon establishing an initial viable business structure as previously outlined, Biome will invest back into New Zealand's environment, systematically extracting Didimo from our waterways by adopting cutting-edge, innovative suction and filtration techniques, adopting this bulk product as a further resource for paper manufacturing, demonstrating that it is in fact possible to have environmental and economic benefit mutually. Biome is at the heart of who I am as a New Zealander, not only enhancing New Zealand across economic, social, environmental and cultural determinants, but also restoring our clean, green image, which is central to who I am as a person. Biome will work as a beacon of innovation for our country, demonstrating that it is possible to revolutionise and improve our environment. Deforestation, global warming, mass extinction. These are all issues that past generations have asserted will be problems of the future. Well, we are living in that future. In our lifetimes, temperatures are rising, forests are being destroyed, animal species are perishing. Can we stand idly aside waiting for the destruction of this planet? It is therefore not only our duty, but our pleasure to enhance the world we live in and leave it in a better state than what we came into it. I invite you to share my dream with me. Biome will not only holistically enhance New Zealand, but the entire planet. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Logan. I'm temporarily bewildered. I thought that having explained how dreadful Didimo is in the environment, you'd come up with a way to get rid of it.
Yes, in effect I have.
But only after you've established a market for it, is that right?
Upon establishing a viable business structure, which they can get behind environmental restoration. In effect, if we were to simply go about and extract Didimo from our environment, it would cost an astronomical amount of money and not automatic profit. Whereas if we were to establish a business structure, already create money, and then use that money to invest back into our environment. And I mean, I've already contacted Sir Paul. Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have all. Hello.
Sir Paul. I've already contacted David Cunliffe and been in active conversation, and he said that the idea would be very viable into the future. And he likes the idea of creating a business structure first, and then upon creating that foundation, like most business ideas, then moving towards a better future.
However, historically, we don't like the idea of farming environmentally damaging species.
Yes, very true. I want to adopt stringent scientific processes. Today, when I was sitting here and watching automated intelligence, I was inspired and I could see this being used within the manufacturing of Biome, creating a fully automated system which does not allow any form of spread is central. I want to grow Didimo effectively and then automatically bathe it in chemical processes. The bleaching, sizing and coagulant processes, the heating processes, automatically, and keep it all within a fully contained system. Fonterra also already has stringent requirements for this. Everyone gets washed down before they go in to prevent contamination. The exact same processes would be implemented for Biome.
If you're going to get rid of deforestation, then you're going to have to get Didimo farms all over the world, aren't you?
Yes, New Zealand would be the start. Like I said, a beacon of innovation for the entire planet. So I want to demonstrate that Biome is indeed viable and then spread it throughout the entire globe.
Thank you.